Hello guys, Wahoo here, back in another video. This time around we are talking about crystallized mana. And why are we talking about crystallized mana? Well, it's because it's used for the allies and the tome and the mount you can craft with the profession Mysterium. If you're looking for a video to talk about how to farm wild mana, which is a very common resource for this profession, you can go into the cards right here and you can check it out right there, or go to the description. There is also a link to it there, and also a link to how you are going to step by step going to level the Mysterium profession itself. But in this video we are going to talk about crystallized mana, and as I said before, it is used to craft some of the items that is from this profession. So it's not to level it, but it is just to craft some of the items, and it's not super intuitive how you are going to get these different crystallized mana because they are in different biomes. But I'll take you through every single one of them, and you are going to see where you are going to get them and how you are going to find some. I'm gonna make small timestamps, but it's not gonna be super huge because it's not that hard to get as soon as you basically see what it is, if that makes any sense. As soon as you see what the monsters look like and sort of where to get them, it pretty much explains itself, but there's really no information out there as far as I could find, so that's why I'm making this video for you guys, where you are going to get this crystallized mana and how the monsters are going to look like, the enemies are going to look like, and as soon as you see them, you basically know that it's imprinted in your brain, and then you are going to see them all the time, and you are going to farm all of this. But again, this is not to level the profession itself, this is just to get those extra things, and that's why I'm trying to keep this video as short as possible. I know they made the intro a little bit longer, but I just want to make sure that people was on the same page. But the next steps are gonna be pretty quick to where you are going to get it. So let's first get the water ones. Alright, we are now in the right water biome to get the crystallized mana. So as you can see, if I open up my atlas right here, you can see it's going to be right over here. This is where you're going to get the water mana. It doesn't have to be U11 as I am in, but you can go all the way to Uber 3 if you want to do that, and it's going to be exactly the same. But in my sort of not calculations, I was about to say calculations, my experience is that they're gonna be at the beach areas. I tried to look right on this skull area, that's the Cursed Valley biome. Couldn't really find some on the beach here, but I'll show you guys a picture right here of the fish that we have to look at, and it seems like they are on the beaches, so you just have to go to these areas. I couldn't find any on the steering wheel out here, but the point is I felt I found them in this area, in the Medieval Highlands biome, or in the Fey areas as well. So you do have to look for the beaches, and then you are going to find these fish that I just showed you a picture of. So I'm gonna go find a fish, and you can see how it looks, and we can defeat it together, and you can basically you can get yourself your water mana as well, and then we can move on to the next one. But let's just first find a fish. All right guys, I did find myself a fish. As you can see here, it actually took a bit of a time because I actually went up from here. So just follow the coastline, if you can say it like that. See, here is the fish. It doesn't take very long to defeat, and then you get your crystallized mana. I only got one that time, so that was not super amazing. But I also found these wild mana beasts. Kind of call them that, but you do get wild mana from this one, so these does not give you the other one, but you can find these ones as well. You saw them right there, but there is another fish right over here. So just follow the beaches and you are going to find it. See, I got one there as well. Very unlucky. I have gotten more of these, but again, you just follow. There was another fish right here. So basically they're kind of fish out of water, if you can say it like that. And then you are, see, that's one gave me 5, so that makes a lot much better. But if you see along as the beaches, you are going to get this one as well. So yeah, follow the beaches and you are going to find all the water mana that you are going to need. And now we can move on to the air ones. Alright guys, we are now in the right biome for the air, crystallized air mana, of course, and this is of course in the air biome that's up right up here. This one do start at Uber 5, so you can't go all the way to 3, but you don't have to be 11 again to go through this one. But the enemies we are looking for are these ones. They're kind of, I feel like they look like ducks, but they're not. Maybe they're small Gandas or something like that. Maybe Ganda is actually a duck, who knows? But that is at least the ones we are looking for. And I felt like when I was going around that, I felt like I saw most in these Cursed Valley biome, but you might be finding some in the Medieval Highlands as well. But I would stick to the biome up here. That's at least where I found the, the most of them when I was doing it. I didn't find any in the medieval highlands. I didn't find any in there. So stick to the Cursed Valley. I'll go there right now and find you one of these. And again, there's no really beaches or anything like that. You can just go to the biome and kind of find them there. So they're a lot easier to see, and also in the biome itself, they're a lot easier to see because they are yellow, and the biome is pretty dark. So you are gonna find it pretty easily. But let me go find some ducks, and we can go duck hunting, I guess, and get you some of those as well. All right, guys, I already found them. Actually, the spawning plant is right over there, and I actually found them in the medieval highlands here. So as you can see, I'm right here, and this is what these small ones do look like. Again, maybe a little bit like Gondas, I'm not sure, but they look pretty awesome indeed. So we're just gonna defeat these, and this one is gonna give me only one again. So unlucky. Come on, give me more than one. Ah, that was a 12. Nice, very, very nice, very nice. So yeah, as you can see, they are also in the medieval highlands. There's one more over here. So again, I would stick to, these ones, but if you see any, just go ahead and defeat them. But so go with any biome you basically want to, but I don't think there is anything there, any biome that is better than the other one. I was just, for some reason, I just kind of want to stick to some, but again, you can go through any of them if you want to, but sometimes it's nice to have some sort of direction to go to where it is supposed to be like. So yeah, again, you can go to this one as well. I just didn't find one before, so I just want to make sure you guys found it. So, but you can find it in the other one as well. So if you find them there, that's great. But that's what they look like. That's the most important thing, to know what you're looking for. You can see, then you can see, this is the ones I'm looking for to defeat and get my crystallized mana. So it's no spiders right there. You gotta find the golden duck, I guess, that golden egg, right? But yeah, that's how you're gonna find the air. Now we can move on to the fire. Alright, so we are now in the right biome, and that's of course the fire biome that we do got on the map here. I do gotta find the real map. So here is of course, the fire biomes. This one starts at 7, so it's pretty high. But again, you don't have to go 11, you can go 7 if you want to, but if you want to go 7, that's gonna be exactly the same. And this one is a little, probably the easiest ones of this one is because it is going to be, as you can see, they're all the same biome. So of course you shouldn't go out here, but you should just keep yourself inside the biome. You do have to find land, so of course it's not in the lava, it is on the land, so you gotta go get yourself there if you do want to get that fire ones. But they are on the screen right here, as you can see. That is what they are looking, that's what we're looking for. So in a minute, I'm gonna go out there and I am going to find yourselves in action one of these, and we are going to defeat it together. So let me just go ahead and find one of these fire guys, and we can defeat it together, and you can see how it works. All right, we found ourselves a fire guy, so it's right down here, as you can see right there. It does light up a little bit more than the other ones, so I feel like it's a little bit easier to see. As you can also see, there's a moonlight sunlight bulb right down there, and it kind of shows a little bit easier, but I feel like these do have a little bit more of a really reddish color, so they look a lot better. As you can see, I am just in a random place. A good little tip is to always go to places. As you can see, all of this is unexplored, so you should definitely go there, because people here, yes, they might be doing dungeons, but they could also be looking for these guys. So if you follow somebody else, they might actually be defeating these as well. So I'm gonna go down here and I am going to defeat the little guy. Doesn't take that long, and again, I only got 1 mana. Man, I'm so unlucky with these guys, but just follow just follow the ground. Don't go towards area like this with dungeons. Try to avoid those, and you try to go as much fire as you can see. There's got one little lonely guy out on this little island here, so we are going to defeat him. Is he gonna give me more than 1? Unfortunately not. It's so unlucky though, but yeah, you can just keep going. You can see there's more land over there, so just go for that. You can see this is still unexplored, but maybe you want to go this direction because again, it has more of the biome. But again, you could go whatever you want, but because it's all the same biome, you just have to be on the land. But yeah, it's not going to spawn on of course, the dungeon area as it's right here. So you are going to find it right here, and it's not only on the coast, it's also on the mainland, if you can say it, or the inland, if you can say it like that. But yeah, that was the fire one. Let's move on to the last one, which is the cosmic one. Alright guys, for the last one is the cosmic one, and this is sort of not the easiest one because you are going to go into the Atlas and it is going to be U8 as the highest, so that doesn't make it super easy for people that can't go into U8, but you don't have to be 11 as the other one as well. But it is this one you are looking for, this one right here. You're looking for the crab, and I actually already found one. I started right over there and I was kind of forgot that I was going to talk about the biome first, so I just kind of went and found them as well right here. And I did find it in this biome. There is different sort of biomes in this one. As you can see, there's different icons here, but I'm pretty sure they are going to be in every single one of them because I didn't find ones here before in this one, so I think I found it in this one before. But you just go around, you're going to find these crabs right here. They look very cosmic as well, so they do light up much more than the other ones do. I do have a skin on, of course, the biome here, so they do look different, but you can see these normal enemies, they kind of look like these very shores of Everdark look like, right? But these do look very much more cosmic. There's also one right over here, as you can see right here. This one as well, as you can see, looks much more cosmic, and also you can see from the shell up there, it looks like a lot more cosmic as well. And they get 4 from this one, so I'm not completely cursed, but yeah, it is going to be all over the place here. You just have to run around. Again, don't look inside the dungeons because that's not where they are going to spawn. So there's another one right here. That's pretty awesome actually for the video. That makes it a lot better. But yeah, you can see they are going to be all over the place, so just go through the biome. There's another one right here. There's also actually a mana beast right here. It's going to turn into a farming video, but yeah, there's also some wild mana as well, so you just go around. Don't defeat those that look like that. Yeah, of course, they do have a little bit of a different color maybe if you don't using a skin, but you can basically see they are going to be looking different. But you want to look for the crabs. Those are the ones that are going to, not those ones either. They are just going to be the crabs that you are looking for. And again, if you don't feel like you are getting much success in one of the biomes, you can always go ahead and find one of the other biomes and just kind of keep with that one. But my suggestion is that you go through every single one of them and you just farm until you get what you want. But that is it. But before we go, I do want to show you guys, if you wanted to know what you are going to craft with these things, I just want to do an outro with that. So hang on if you want to see what you're going to craft with all these crystallized ones. But if you're just here for this one, I appreciate you watching for this far, but I'll see you guys in the outro right in now. Alright, so we got ourselves the outro right here. I just wanted to make sure you guys also knew what you are crafting, but if you clicked the video, you probably already know what you were looking for, but I just wanted to show you guys anyway and kind of take you out of the video as well, kind of say goodbye and say thank you for watching the video. But before you go, let's see what we actually can craft with all of this. And we're gonna go to ourselves to the lab. These 2 crafting tables are of course also in the hub, but you can also buy them and put it in your club world or in your cornerstone. So you can see they're right here in our club world. If you want to join our club, you can go down to the description. You can also find a link down there to the Discord, and you just go and get yourself invited if you want to do so as well. And there's no requirements to join anyways. But the point is, we are going to talk about the collectibles, which this is what the Crystallized are for. So as we saw it actually going into the video, basically we are going to see all of these. As you can see, there's the fish, there is the crab for the cosmic. This is of course the Ganda duck bird thing that we did see of course as well. And you can see the icon right there, and they do match for all the different ones. So you could have looked for these, but it wasn't obvious that these are going to be the ones you're actually going to kill, and that's actually what you're going to get out of it. So, you know, I just kind of felt it was kind of necessary to make these, and also where to find them was the more important thing in this one as well. But you can see that you're going to need 5,000 crystallized mana for this one, and of course water dust. That's from, you know, your gems. So when you farm gems and you get water gems, you turn them into dust. That's where you're going to get this one. The same from the cosmic, the same for of course the air, and the same for the fire. And then of course you also need the same for all of these. And before you kind of go crazy and say, hey, are these the new, because it is a new profession, are these the new best allies? No, they are not the best allies. You should only get these if you really like the skin of it and you want to use that for your ally. You should use these as well. If you really like the crab, for example, that is pretty cool, don't get me wrong, but they're not the best allies in the game, but they're just for show in my opinion. But the tome is actually pretty nice because it is repeatable, so you can actually keep going. So you could go out there, just farm your favorite dungeons and actually farm crystallized mana fragments to actually get these. This is not the same as wild mana, but you can take your crystallized mana and you can actually turn it in to wild mana. So you can see here crystallized mana fragments, that's the one you get from the tome. There's also a tome that gives you 10,000, that's a weekly one, but this one is repeatable, so you can do this 5 times and then you have 1,000, and then you can turn the 1,000 crystallized mana into real or live mana, if you can call it, the wild mana, you can say. And that wild mana, that of course, that's what you're going to use to power your profession for the Mysterium as well. So you can basically keep doing this one. That's why it's really, really cool. You do need 150 levels on the Mysterium to actually craft this one. Not only you need the materials, but you also need to craft it. And the same thing goes for, of course, the mount right here. That's so super important as the other ones, but of course it gives mastery. The other ones is also 150, as you can see. But the main part, right, is of course the mana manual. Of course, this is also going to give you mastery, but you are going to repeat getting that crystallized mana fragment. You can then again turn it in to wild mana, and then you can power your profession. So you don't even have to go out there and really farm mana. You do have to get, of course, your maximum manas up and stuff like that. But yeah, you can actually get that as well and get that crystallized mana fragments from this tome. So that's pretty cool, and that's why I kind of wanted to make the video as well, because this is actually a farming method to actually getting wild mana as well. So it kind of goes sort of actually in hand in hand, but yeah, this is for the crystallized ones and for these ones as well. So you do need a bunch of it. This is 500 for this one. This is 1,000, so that's 1,500, and then 5,000 for each of these. So even maybe, well, if these were really the best allies in the game, it would definitely be worth it in a way, but 5,000 of these is pretty crazy. I think I'm just going to end up getting the manual and then get also, of course, the other mount, the mount thing, because it is 1,000, but I'm definitely going to get the manual first, the mana manual first. I'm definitely going to get that one because I love tomes. But then we'll see if I'm motivated to get more of these, because yeah, sure, they're not super rare, the enemies you do have to get, but as you can see, I don't have very much, and you do have to get them out there and kind of farm it, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible. It's definitely doable, but that's what I wanted to say with all of this. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think I pumped enough information in your face. I hope you guys enjoyed the video again. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!